Hello, hello, hello. This is the first episode to La Carta Entertainment. Um, this podcast is going to be dedicated to the artists, musicians, engineers, producers in the area of the DMV. What we call is basically the DC Metropolitan area. Um, this is my way to show appreciation to what they do and that they're noticed. So this podcast is where you'll hear most of the current events going on in music in the area. New releases, could be music videos, behind the scenes, certain projects that you're following up with, anything to do with La Carta Entertainment. It's gonna be Latin artists, English artists, from reggaeton to Afrobeats, dancehall. There's gonna be different kinds of music. So just to start, I want to introduce myself. My name is Anthony Zapata. I go by Bat Turtle. Um, I've been making music since 2015. I got really into it after a concert that I went to of DJ Carnage. Now goes by Gordo, and that to me like really marked, I guess, my introduction into music. I then went to Omega. I studied there, audio engineering. Learned a little bit of how things work. Um, was introduced to the first artist I worked with, and that's how I got into all of this, not knowing really my spot in the industry. I was really just dabbling a lot, but I believe now this is my true calling, to really just create a platform for musicians. There's a bunch of musicians. There's a lot of art. So I think that this is like my way of saying thank you and just giving back to the community. And yeah, that's so much. That's pretty much it. I currently still do music. I work with a certain reggaeton group I'll mention later in the podcast. But right now, I just want to just talk about La Carta Entertainment and how it's about all the artists and how the mission is just to embrace them and not just see like the mainstream artists gain the recognition and all the media attention, because of course that's how it goes down. Independent artists don't usually get the recognition, but right now I want to start this platform with my area, the DC Metropolitan area, and then later expand. So as of right now, that's what my goal is, and really, I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. I don't know, like give them, give them more of a spotlight. I know, especially for like engineers, they don't get the attention or credit they need or that they deserve. Sorry, and that's something that just has to be, has to be seen more. So, you know. So I would say that that's super important to me, that everyone's getting like their piece of the pie when they were part of creating that pie. Um, so this is pretty much what the podcast is gonna be about. This first episode is basically an introduction. Um, from DC to Maryland, to Virginia. That's gonna be the area for now, because I truly believe this will be like a big hub. With everything going on now, like nothing's really impossible. Not obviously New York, LA have been the center for the longest because they're major cities, and these smaller cities are starting to come up. And as of right now, that's what I'm creating. That I do believe this will work. So maybe for the next episode, you'll hear more of me, or I'll get somebody on the podcast and we can talk more about what's really going on in the industry. I know there's some artists that are going to the Miamis and doing their thing, or they're maybe going to the New York and doing their thing, because that's where the industry is at the moment. I'm not trying to make it like the DMV the center of the hub, but I just want it to be a place where it is a hub as my goal. And I know that's gonna take a lot of resources, maybe from more artists, more like myself, like media companies, just more movement. And personally, I don't think you moving to a certain place will speak volumes. Be like, oh, I made it to this area, this is gonna happen. I believe where you're at is where it happens first. So if it happens first in your area, that's when you get the recognition from other places. Sounds very like cliche, but that's honestly what it comes down to. So that will be as well a part of it. DC is filled with like history, because most of the DMV runs in DC. Like that's where everyone meets. It's like the tension. I don't know. Like that's the actual hub. MD has its places. Virginia has its places. But DC is where like everyone comes together. That's from the nightlife to the venues, everything. So I truly believe that we're gonna see more of it. And yeah, because there's a bunch of places to perform. You'll eventually see, La Carta have like their own little showcase, or their big showcase, where they just present all the artists in the area, and maybe have one act that is now a major artist, let's say. Because we have the Kali Uchis, we have the Logic. So these people, like, or these artists, sorry, are are important figures to the community too. And hopefully they want to come back and give back as well. As well as Brent Fayez. So there's major artists, just that I think this will be more of a stronger development area for an artist. Not just a place to let me go to the studio, record, and then let's see what goes on and do some shows and try to like blow up on TikTok. Yes, that's a way, but there has to be like a home for that as well. And when there's a home for that, you get even more support because you'll be able to collaborate with other artists you didn't know of from the area, and so on and so on. Because at the end of the day, this is what it is. It's just collaborating and networking. And that's pretty much what this platform is going to be. Just collaborating, networking, meeting new people from the area that someone may have not listened to or haven't heard about. So that's my main focus for La Carta Entertainment Group. And follow us at La Carta ENT pretty much everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anything really, La Carta ENT. So I would really appreciate that you support the local artists in the area so that, they you hear them. It's like I want to say like your local business. That restaurant is not a Starbucks, but it's like a really great coffee shop. So do some of that, just giving back to where we're growing our people. And that's pretty much it. Thank you and have a great day. I'm out.